I'm live, and I'm alone. Okay, here's the deal. I think we got you should be embarrassed wearing this show. All right, let me get this out of the way. Factsman, NFL, Detroit, NFL, like Detroit, Seattle thoughts. Joe, let's do that on Friday. Austin, I'm sorry for calling you Natty. Natty is now Austin. And I got something for you in a second. Wes, Kai Lingus, fits nice and tonight. No, Lingus has been Lingus hasn't been playing well. I'm going to stay off that match. No, Bruce, nothing. No love. Got here on time. We have some stories and thoughts. Absolutely, Peter. Waiting for the GOAT. He is here. Bolivar, the joint's off the nut. Correct. I don't think nobody would know what that means except me and Mr. Henders. Mike Hulkson versus Eric Sean. Don't worry. Alan the GOAT is here. Alan the GOAT me is here. All right, now here's the deal. Listen, this prick is going to show up, I think, because he's like, I don't know if I can make the 6:30. I'm like, don't do it. Here's what we have to do. If he shows up, like the elephant in the room, don't even acknowledge it. He's going to come in there, hey, jabronis, or whatever the fuck the shit he says. Just like pretend he's not here. Here he comes. He's not here. It's nothing. So, yeah, it's great to do the show alone. Sorry, my son couldn't make it. That's great, but that's fine. He'll be maybe he'll do another show on Monday. That's really good. So we could do what we do without having anybody look over our shoulders. So that's great. Speaking of my son, which he's not here, which is great because now I could actually do a show and tell a true story. A Whip It Out Wednesday story. Oh, let me get this out of the way. Austin. Okay, anybody? Natty is Austin. He posted a picture the other day of my son taken in the can by a doctor, and it made me laugh. Now, if you can make me laugh, you are going to get fucking – that's a big thing because I don't laugh too often because people don't make me laugh too often. I will tell my son that I'm doing this later when I talk to him on the phone, but, again, he couldn't make it, which is great. So, now here's what you did. You did make me laugh. I definitely appreciate that. So here's what I'm going to do. I want you to put out 2 college games. I want you to put out 2 pro games in the next 10 minutes. If you win 2 colleges against the number, and don't fuck me in the line. If you can win the games, if you can win 2 college games and 2 pro games, I'm going to give you a choice of a couple of gifts. If you go 4-0, I'm going to send you a gift card. Either Shell Gas, Starbucks, or
Shell Gas.
Like a gas card. I have like a stack of Shell Gas cards that I happen to get from a friend, so I don't have to pay for gas. Okay, let's just leave it at that. I'm not looking to take a pinch here.
Imagine giving people fucking Shell Gas gift cards.
Hey, if you give somebody a free gas card, would you say no? So, Natty, here's your deal. Put the 4 picks up that you like versus the number. Okay. If it wins, I'll give you a choice of a gas card, a Starbucks gift card in the amount of $25, or I don't know if you remember if you get the members picks, but if
he's in. Austin, he's in.
Okay. I was going to give him the rest of the month for free, and I would have paid for it. Because I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but fuck, there's nobody here to tell me I can't.
Well, so, I mean, you're allowed to do that. I mean, apparently you're giving out Piker gas cards now. Like this is what your life has turned into, just handing out gift cards and Starbucks gift cards. You hand out gift cards to homeless dudes too as you're walking by?
Yes, I do. I help homeless people. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. If I'm in a position where I have these type of gift cards, no matter how I got them or retained them, and I want to share some of the good fortune that's been presented to me in life, I would like to do that because I'm a giver. Okay, I'm a giver. Bruce, this has nothing to do with you. You didn't make me fucking laugh. Okay, this has to do with Natty. Post 4 fucking games. Okay, you win them. Fucking, I'll tell you what. I'll PayPal you $25 if you don't want that. Being that this motherfucker's calling me cheap, or calling you a piker, one or the other.
There's nothing to do with Nate. This is
9 years ago. 9 years ago, with my right-handed guy. 9 years ago. Local bar called the Crow's Nest. Anybody in the North Jersey area knows it. It's a place where you can eat, have a little, have a couple of drinks. I walk in there and I see my son sitting at the bar. 12 upside down shots in front of him. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, Jay, what's going on? Hey, Dad, what's going on? So what are you doing? You getting drunk today? No, fucking celebration day today. Celebration? Said, yeah. I said, well, it's the celebration. I said, Dad, today I'm celebrating my first blowjob. I'm like, no way. I said, well, fuck, bartender, give him a drink. He said, Dad, I don't think it's worth it. I said, what do you mean? He said, if 12 don't get the taste out of my mouth, I don't think 13 will either. True story.
You think first of all, it's not a true story. Second of all, I mean, we're just gonna bury these blowjob stories into the earth, huh? I mean, you're a witty guy. You got a lot of good content behind you. I mean, why do we keep going back to the record that's broken? Let's open up our arsenal. Because people got to know what they're getting into when they're dealing with you. You come off like all the nice. Listen, you are the run pure police when I'm on here. So I will fucking bury you. I will fucking bury you. That's the way it's going to be. That is the way it's going to be. I noticed since I started talking about the Kmart V-necks, you've stopped wearing them. No. Oh, actually, I went shopping today, right? Wait a minute. Am I going to get in trouble for going to the Gap and spending $300 on fucking 4 pairs of jeans? Probably. I'm probably going to be in trouble for that. Why would that get you in trouble? I don't know. Maybe the Gap is, what do you call it? What do you call it? That's where Crow's Nest fucking best roast beef, Bruce. Well, I don't know about it anymore, but it's changed hands 1,000 times. I mean, yeah. I mean, always got something to say about something I do. He didn't want that smoke telling. So he didn't. I don't know. I mean, he's tough. But Austin, I'm waiting for your 4 games. Austin, I'm waiting for your 4 games. Back in the day. Now, I'm trying to think who was here. Backwater could probably vouch for this. A lot of people. When I had my forum, I got fucking goofy one day. I'll never forget. St. Louis Cardinals are playing the Cincinnati Reds, some midsummer fucking baseball game. And I said, if this game don't go over 7.5, anybody that's in this thread and that's betting, and following my picks, I'll give you a $500 free play if it loses. People thought I was crazy. 4-3 in the 3rd inning, over 7.5. I get in there like, winner, chicken dinner, like fucking real jerk off, right? I can't believe I did it. I never do shit like that. So the final 4-3 happens, and of course I lose. Now I got to give 26 fucking people, 23 people a $500 free play. So they just thought it was like, there's just some kind of marketing scam. All of a sudden, next day is like, I found a $500 free play in my account. I found a $500 free play in my account. What I think $11,500 to give away free plays for that. I think it would be interesting for the folks. Like, what TV shows do you watch? Baywatch on mute. I watch Family Feud. You would watch Family Feud. I watch Fox. That's definitely a you show. I watch Fox News. Why? I guess I don't have to ask who you voted for. You don't have to. I'm a felon. I can't vote. But well, I'm kidding. I'm not a felon. But I don't know. What has to do with voting? I want to get real news. I want to get fucking real news. So I watch Fox. Some would say, very few, probably, or more than very few, would say that most people that think Fox News is bipartisan are Republican. Would you agree with that? No, I'm going to watch CNN and tell people, I'm going to go watch CNN and tell people that I'm white privileged and all the money that I make, I should be giving fucking money to homeless people. I give more fucking money to charity than most fucking people make in a fucking year. So I don't want to hear that stuff. But you notice the people that say it, like that fucking jerk off Como and his brother who was banging every fucking skirt in upstate New York when he was governor or mayor or whatever the fuck he was. I mean, forget it. I'm tired of that shit. Everybody, you gotta, people, executives are making too much money. Hey, my wife makes a lot of money. She ain't fucking sharing. She's sharing it with me, nobody else. So, speaking of my wife, okay, segue. I was in Vegas at Rio. I don't think you were there. No, you couldn't have been there. So I'm at the Rio in Vegas. You see what I mean? You can't even tell a good story with him because he's going to fucking interrupt. I'm not going to interrupt. I do want to say real quickly, you said, you're not Republican as you began to shit on a Democrat. I'm not. He's just an asshole. And he's Italian. You think I would like him, right? New York Italian, but he's a jerk off. I mean, but that's fine, let's do this first before I get into my Vegas story. Bet SMU first half in game tonight. I don't know if I discussed this because I think that game is starting pretty soon. And if I start ranting, you guys aren't gonna have time to click the fucking submit button. First half plus. No, I'm sorry, I didn't bet. The game is good. But first half plus. The game is +3. I bought it to 3.5 early. I
I think it's on my members card at plus 3.5 because I did buy it, the half point at 125. No, yes. I bet SMU on Tuesday, October 4th at 4:56 a.m. Sent the email to my douchebag son, minus 135. Bought it from 3 at minus 115. Today, SMU is plus 2.5. Actually, truth be told, a lot of the sharp books should have just taxed it at 3 and let people pay the price. Very unusual to go from 3 to 2.5. Because people like me who went to 3.5 can now all of a sudden lay 2.5 if I want. But Central Florida doesn't have a chance of winning tonight. So that's, what do you call it? 3.5 for a full game. Yeah, I would take 3.5 for a full game. No question. No question. I like that. And Natty, you can't take my fucking game.
He's
are
on
you
your,
gonna
game. He's on your games.
What?
He's on your games.
Miami minus 3.
Pats minus 3 or money line. Cowboys plus 5. I don't mind. I need the fucking points. Give them to the next guy. There's some interesting plays there. What are your thoughts?
Well, here's the thing. I think the Patriots, I was talking about them all week because I think Patricia, the coach, he's the coach of the Lions. I think he knows a lot of that personnel.
He's the offensive coordinator for them. Yeah.
Yeah. He used to be the head coach of the Lions, though.
Yeah.
Right. He's actually offense and defense coordinator. However, that system is fucked up now in New England.
He's not missing many meals, right?
Oh, you kidding? He goes to the fucking buffet. They ask him, they pay him to leave. But speaking of which, four sizes short on the jeans. I lost 4 sizes. It's pretty good.
Wow. What are we these days? Like a 38, a 40?
I was 42. I perfectly got into a 38.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. So, next move is getting my dick bigger and trying to get into a 36. Which there's
one of those can happen.
What?
One of those can happen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so definitely like, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I have this feeling that SMU is going to strike really, really quick. So first quarter plus a half minus 125 might not even be a bad bet. Just saying. I mean, I actually did bet that game. Just telling you.
Yeah, so I bet I'm with you for a full game, but yeah, maybe I'll jump on first quarter for a sweat.
It's not gonna be a sweat.
A little rush, as the cool kids like to say.
Yeah, no, it's not really a rush. So I'm at the Rio in Vegas before you really interrupted me, and there's at the bar there right before the sports book, there is a fucking girl, maybe early 30s, smart looking broad, the glasses, looks like a librarian. And I was with Sharon, my wife, who was playing blackjack, and some sitting down, and the girl comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, you looking for company?" I'm like, "Oh man, why does this shit happen to me all the time?" So I says, "Well, what do you mean?" She's like, "You looking for some company?" And I said, "I don't know." She's like, "Well, I'll put it to this way." She says, "An hour, 500." I said, "What?" She said, $500 for the hour. And she had tits bigger than Rhode Island. She had a fucking ass that you could fucking play quarters on. I mean, this is legit. I said to her, "Look, honey, I'm not, what do you call it? I'm not trying to be a cheap here. I'm not like going to bargain or nothing. But bottom line is, like, I got like $100 in my pocket. I got fucking wiped out of the dice table. That's like my fucking limit as far as, that's like my fucking, my pussy limit for this trip. And plus I'm with my wife, so it's kind of rough." So she says to me, she's like, $100. She says, "You know the difference between, $100 escort?" They call themselves escorts. I mean, who's right? I mean, you know what the difference between a $500 escort and a $100 escort is? I'm like, $400? She's like, "No, quality." Okay. So I said, "Look, you're really, really nice." I enjoyed it. I bought her a drink and I left. And of course I'm kicking myself in the ass. Go have dinner, leave. After dinner, see my wife, me and Sharon leave, go up to the room. Who walks into the fucking elevator, right? Who walks into the elevator as we're going upstairs? This fucking girl. She looks me dead in the eye and she says, "That's the difference between a $100 hooker and a $500 hooker." And looks at Sharon. I'm like, motherfucker. Could you imagine that? Like, and my wife is so fucking snot. She's the smartest person I think me and you both know. But when it comes to like shit like that, she has no idea what's going on. She couldn't pick that up. And so I gave my wife 100 and she jerked me off with a rubber on. All right, let me catch up with this instead of having conversations with you. Plus 3.5 first half for full game. Well, Tyler, if you can get plus 3.5 in a full game, fucking take it. That'd be silly not to. I took fucking one.
Thursday night football tomorrow. Who do you like?
I like it under.
Yeah.
I like it under. Because I don't think what's name's 100%. Hi, Sue. Happy birthday. Today's Sue's birthday.
Happy birthday, Sue. Quick shout to Sue. Happy birthday.
Sue overcame the hurricane. She's enduring, so she's doing all right down on the beach in Myrtle. So that's fine. She's awesome. What line do we use for plays? One line. 4 plays. One line. Bruce, the fucking free play wasn't for you. What are you getting all fucking nervous about? It's for the other guy.
We've had this discussion. Remember we were going to be more diplomatic with the chat.
Well,
remember?
I understand. I'm trying to be diplomatic, but he's asking. You're going to use fucking legitimate lines. If I said that you're fucking trying to cut a corner, I'll do it. Now bring something to the table one week, and you might have that same opportunity. But right now, nobody's bringing anything under the table. On the table, and, you got to bring some stuff. Post some pictures. Do them. What do they call them? What do they call them when you put somebody's face on like they did to you? Put some content on. Under makes sense. These two donkeys. Yeah, not only that. I think Russell Wilson. He's been playing very conservative. He's not even 100%. And I gotta think the Colts are gonna run the ball. I mean, I don't know. I just think
their stud stallion running back is out, but
yeah,
for both teams.
Yeah,
but I agree. The game feels like it'll slug. It's a super low total though, but it does feel like it'll slug.
I just think I think when you play in that stadium, right? I think a 4th and 4 at the 35 or the 40, you're more likely to go for the field goal because you're gonna get distance. So I think the longer, even if the field goals are long, where you say I'm in no man's land, you're really never in no man's land in Denver. You could fucking kick them. You can kick field goals from midfield and like extra points.
What do you think? What do you think we do with our friend Carlos here, who clearly didn't watch the first 20 minutes of the show?
Carlos, first of all, you got to be prompt. Okay, when you see the shows, if I got to be here, you got to be here. Carlos Diaz. So, what part of Naples, Italy, are you from? Nice Italian name. Carlos. Carlos, any soccer leans? Carlos, any soccer leans? I'm busting your balls, Carlos.
But you're busting his balls, but you do want Carlos to be punctual for the shows.
I want everybody to be punctual. I mean, if I got to be here, well, first of all, if you got to be here, none of us should be here. But here's the deal. I mean, I'm here.
So Carlos, the general consensus is that if you just rewind the show, you'll get the pick. Next time, show up on time. Do I have that correct?
No. Bet fucking you got 10 minutes to get on SMU. First quarter, first half. Don't fucking make the guy rewind. What are you gonna hit him in the nose with a newspaper? Fucking give it to me.
we just agreed we were gonna.
I'm upset with him, but I'm a forgiving person. Jeez, unreal. It's just what is it like the power thing with you? You just need to tell people what to do.
I don't know how this spun on me. I was asking you how we should handle it. You told the dude he should be more punctual,
right?
And then you gave him
happens.
The answer anyway.
I'd play a baseball game where 2 strikes you're out, not 3.
Carlos Ryan gets it again. Ryan gets it. Beat it, Carlos. Show up on time. Why are we playing Switzerland? You're over there playing both sides.
No, I'm not. Carlos could have been jerking off and was a little late. Carlos could have been fucking working. Oh wait, Carlos Diaz. Okay, so maybe you weren't working. But I'm kidding, Carlos. Carlos, I'm kidding. Okay. I fucking hate Italians. I hate everybody. So if I'm not making fun of your last name, trust me. My 19% of my friends are Hispanic. That's including my gardener and pool guy. But look, they're my guys. Love them.
I think you need a haircut.
I need a haircut? I went for my shave today.
Well, I mean, yes. I know it looks like you shaved your face, but
no, I don't. Never. I go get one once a week.
The hair on top looks like a mess.
No, it's fine. I might fucking just do a crew.
You look like it almost looks like you're trying to slick it back, like Robbie De Niro, but your hair's thinning, so you don't have that option. So you're just kind of like
just short. I cut it short. I don't like combing it. I'm just fucking thinning.
I think it's thinning.
Okay, it's thinning. My hair is thinning. Oh, okay. So anyway, Natty he's already a member, so that's good. All right, I gotta tell you a story, and I know you'll always tell me, no, don't believe what he says. He's fucking lying. I know you would fucking back me on this because you know me. But I was thinking about this the other day because a friend of mine that I haven't talked to in forever was with me at the time, and this is a long time ago, playing poker at Binion's in Vegas, and so at the table. Then he's still in Vegas now is Gabe Kaplan. For those people I don't know, welcome back, Cotter. I think he does I think he announces some of the poker or used to on TV, that poker after dark thing, whatever. But he's at the table. I got to know him a little bit, played cards with him. I used to hang out at Binion's a lot. My dad was really good friends with Benny, the old man. I didn't know Benny. I was too young. I knew Jack, the son, the sister who was a little crazy, but that was the place when you lived in Vegas. You hang out at fucking at the Horseshoe and play cards. That's actually where I met Stu Unger at the Horseshoe. Well, anyway, so I'm playing, and Stu Unger, like I say, I mentioned his name a lot, and I remember one thing he had told me, and he says, the best way you're ever going to succeed playing poker is the people you're playing. Make sure the people that you're playing aren't looking to win money. Make them want to win your money. And I said, I don't understand. He says, you piss off enough people, their mindset completely changes. They want your money, and they'll lose $1 million to get your fucking $50. It's just the way it is. So I adopted that because I knew I respected him as a card player, and he was unfucking believable. Facts got you craving for an orange. True, if an orange is an orange, why ain't a banana yellow? That always fucking bothered me. Or an apple a red. We call an orange, but we don't call a fucking banana yellow. It always fucking bothered me. But anyway, so there's a guy, I'm at a table, and I have this thing, believe it or not, where I tend to be able to piss people off when I'm gambling. Now, you know me, Jay, at the dice table, sports books, I don't say a fucking word about anything. Calm as a cucumber, cool as the other side of the pillow. Don't get mad. I'm not a rooter, high fiver. It's not me. When I play poker and you're at the table, I will fucking abuse you to no end if I know it's going to get to you. So there's this fucking guy, and I'm fucking with him because he's fucking with me. So out of the clear blue sky, he says to me, hey, asshole, one more word out of you, and I'm going to stick you. And he goes into his side pocket and has a Swiss Army knife, this little fucking Swiss Army knife. Is he fucking kidding me? He said, I'm telling you, one more word out of you, and I'm going to stick you. And I said, word. He takes his fucking Swiss Army knife like he comes at me. And you could drink, there's beer bottles on the table. I took a beer bottle and fucking cracked it right over his head. Fucking blood all over.
Okay, relax. Now you're fucking Liam Neeson. Now you just
blood all over the table. Okay. So as this happens, and I said to the guy, I said, I raised $60 to you. What are you doing? Nothing even happened. Security comes by, right? And tries to straighten it, ask the dealer what happened, ask the pit boss what happened, right? After 10 minutes, they had an ambulance and handcuffs. They fucking cuffed him. They took him to the hospital and then put him in jail. Didn't even do nothing to me. They said, no, he pulled a fucking knife on you. You were defending yourself. And I said, yeah. Now, I know you would say to me, like you always do, that you can't start fucking trouble. You're 55, you're 54, you're 56, you're 57. You got to walk away. And fuck, I'd probably still do the same thing today. But the funny part about the story was the dealer said, no, the pit boss comes up and he says, hey, Joe, you're fucking lucky that fucking glass didn't hit his jugular. You could have killed him. And Gabe Kaplan says, fuck, you're lucky. You're lucky you didn't grab the import. Because they have the thicker bottles. It was like a Heineken bottle. And I wanted to pick up a Bud Light. And everybody just busted out laughing. Because he said if you hit him with the import, you'd have fucking killed him. Because of the heavier bottle. It was fucking crazy. Dickie.
How many times have you gotten your ass absolutely whooped?
I think three.
And one of them was a lesbian, right?
No, lesbian sucker punched me at the China Club in the city. The weird part about that one was, and this really is a bad look for me. This girl was fucking crying. This girl was sitting, she was on near the bar area at the China Club in the city, and so she like the tears, and I was like, "Hey, you're all right?" And she's like, "Nah, just it's a long story. It's just like relationships suck. And I said, you know what? She's like, I said, a bad relationship. She said, yeah. So I said, you know what? He's not worth it. Fuck him. And she turns around and she's like, what? She said, first of all, it wasn't him, it was a her. Then just fucking cold cocked me. Now I haven't been on the top stair. Like my foot was on the stair. So like, look, I could take a fucking punch. But if you're like off balance, you can just graze somebody. So I wound up falling, right? Like, cause down the stairs and like I'm out. And you know my friends, Jay, right? They're like, dan, 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 and they're like, fucking Joey got fucking knocked out by a bull dagger. Holy fuck. Fucking Dikeys and Nikes just fucking dropped them. And it was like unreal. It was really fucking embarrassing. But like it didn't hurt. She just caught me off balance. And I hurt a little. For a broad, she had a good punch. I ain't gonna lie to you,
Sounds to me like they needed the smelling salt chick. It
wasn't that. It wasn't the smelling salt. I mean, she fucking hit me and I fell. I mean, it wasn't, hey, for you guys that where you used to live, right? In Totowa, they had a gym there. Now, at a old firehouse, right off of Route 80, probably 5 minutes where you grew up. And I used to go there, like, because I used to get in trouble a lot. So my father says, look, you got to go to the gym. And he was real good friends with Lou Duva. As a matter of fact, Lou Duva used to be a bail bondsman. You don't know who he is. He was a boxing promoter, but he bonded my father out of jail a ton of times. So he's like, listen, my son's, he's a, what do you call it? He's a rowdy kid. Figure you get his frustrations out in here. So in that gym, there was what they call tomorrow's champions. It was all big time boxers. I became friends with all of them. And, I remember Lou Duva saying to me one day, he's like, you see this kid over here? And I looked at him and I said, yeah. And he's like, it's a little wise ass. He says, well, you want to knock his ass out? I'm like, yeah, I'll knock his ass out. Fuck him. If you want me to. Now, unbeknown to me, this guy's all of 5'1", if that. Fucking maybe 115 pounds. And I said, yeah, I'll fucking knock this prick out. I said, don't worry about it. He said, yeah, why? Just kick his ass. I said, all right. Unbeknown to me, it was Sweet Pete Whitaker, the fucking champ. I mean, I didn't know him. He wasn't the champ then. So we went in the ring, and about 30 seconds in, he hits me with a punch I'd never seen. And all I remember is being fucking dropped on my ass and crying. My father says to me, you fucking pussy. Get the fuck up. And I just didn't see it coming. And I tried to get up. So it wasn't hurt like from the punch, but when you get hit like on the butt, your fucking legs just go. And I just I'm trying to get up and I felt like I had no legs. It was great. Yeah, Purnell. He's actually from Virginia, but not this part of Virginia. Really, really nice guy. Purnell, but he actually passed away recently. And from what I heard. But yeah, that was a long time ago. And he was. I'm
like the exact opposite. Remember when I used to get plunked consistently in baseball from the left side, and I started crying every time I get hit?
You got hit more times than fucking anybody. I never fucking believed it. Which leads me to believe, and I have to tell a story again as we tell it all the time. But for so many new people, 100% true story. I think JJ PAL. How old were you when the coach when I made the bet with the coach? When I made the bet and he heard it and
probably 7.
Okay, so now figure this: 25 years ago, we're pulling in to his basketball game. Now at 7, JJ was lucky. JJ was lucky to get like the last 2 minutes of a game. He sucked that bad. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. He got really good at basketball. There's probably very few motherfuckers that could beat him. And again, I'm gonna put him down every chance I get because that's what I like to do and that's my job. But he was really, really bad. Never played. So I'm in the car. Never forget it. Right before the game, right before his practice our game was a 7:00 game. It's like 6:50. Pick up the phone, calling and says, "Give me Florida State, and give me Virginia Tech plus 7.5 over Florida State." It was a Thursday night. I'll never fucking forget it. So I take, I do it, and my son hears it. I still have the same passcode, that I used then, 25 years ago. So anyway, he comes in. That wasn't nothing new to him. He knew who he was. So he knew what I did. So he goes in there and they're doing warm-ups and whatever. And I'm like kind of like near where they're doing the layup drills. And all of a sudden, was Nick, Coach Nick? What was his name? I forgot.
Well, we'll protect the innocent, but yeah.
Okay. What the fuck? He's probably dead now anyway. Or they had to kill him.
I don't always got to go so morbid. I mean,
Well, the guy was a bad bettor, so somebody had to whack him. I mean, anyway, so JD's underneath there, and he takes his phone out and he says, gives his name and his password or whatever, and he's like, "Yeah, give me Florida, give me Virginia Tech +7." So my son at 7, JD at 7, and says, "Coach, it's actually 7.5." I was like, "What?" And then all of a sudden he looks at me. I'm like 2 feet away from him, and he walks over to me and he says, "Listen," he's like, "I'm like a gym teacher here." I'm like, "No." I said, my son will never say a word. He's not going to say nothing. I said, he said, "Well, I mean, he heard me making the bet." I said, "Well, yeah, he heard you making the bet because I just made mine, 5 minutes ago." And I said, "I can give you my word. It'll never be said again." So game starts. Abrasina, starting point guard, you're in. What the fuck? That year, JJ's legs were ready to fall off. He never sat. I mean, it's like, you rotated. Like, he was happy to play. If he ever played a quarter, he would be happy. He played every minute. If the game went into overtime, he fucking wouldn't play. This coach was so scared. This is going to say something. He played the entire fucking game all the time. It was crazy. But that was funny. That was funny. And that's how I think he got good. Me betting for Virginia Tech +7.5, which, if you remember correctly, I lost by 6 in that game. We covered, then went to the hot grill and had some fucking dogs. But you don't have the memory like me. Yeah, Thursday, under 43.5, Indy, Denver. Makes a lot of sense to me. See it as a defensive game. Always knew he had a face of a little Sally. I like that. Hope. Bruce, stop with the fucking names. Okay? You're talking about a long time ago. And second, if you mention names like that, you're gonna get somebody in fucking trouble. Yeah, we get it. We know. Okay? Let's leave it at that. It was a long time ago. I'm not being mad at you, but I'm just saying you're gonna start throwing fucking names at me, like, all right. I get you're not going to.
Takes a lot to impress this guy on the left, Nate Safai. Takes a lot.
Who's not good yet?
I think you made a comment that I'm not good yet, I think, at basketball. But I also think you said I am good, so I think you were talking out of both sides.
No, I said you weren't good then, but you got good. I'm like right now, you're good. I mean, you can play. I'm pretty sure, for a white kid, you can play ball with anybody. I
mean, I'm out of shape these days, but I mean, maybe with a little fine tuning from you, I could probably start beating some folks.
Well, no, if you listen to me, but you got to stop looking to get on ESPN. You got to stop doing them shots. Just go to the basics, layups, free throws, threes. They don't have to be fucking, Steph Curry threes. Just stick with the basics, and stop teaching your sister how to dribble between her legs.
Our sister, my little sister. I'm not going to answer these questions no more, Bruce. She needs to know how to dribble between her legs.
Yeah. Bruce, stop with the names. I'm not going to answer them no more. Okay.
She needs to learn how to dribble between the legs.
She needs to know how to take the ball up the court first, so they don't steal the ball from her.
She's a decent dribbler. I watched her dribble. She's fine, especially good with her left hand. She's
left-handed.
But I'm saying she's especially good with her left hand.
Well, I hope so. She's a lefty. Especially good with her left hand. I don't expect her to be good with her right hand. I mean, what the fuck? She's a left-hander. What channel is the football game on? ESPN?
I assume, or ESPN2. Quick thoughts before we head off. What's your thoughts on?
No, I ain't going nowhere. That's just it. I'm here. What? It's 33 minutes. You're looking to fucking get out of here. I haven't even done anything yet.
I think a fair line, me versus Big T, is Big T minus 10.5 to 21. I think that's a fair line.
Big T in basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, unless he's just gonna come in and just fucking dunk on you all the time or just fucking squash you. But I mean, I gotta believe you can beat him in like fucking horse.
I don't know. He's a really, really good shooter, especially for his size.
Oh, is he a good shooter? All right, then I'll go with Big T. I'll go with Big T. I didn't know.
I feel pretty confident against anybody 6 feet or less that can't shoot from outside. He's like 6'4" and can shoot from outside. It's a terrible matchup for me.
Okay, so if you give Holden 8.5 points to 10, are you still minus 250?
I don't think Holden can score. I don't think Holden would score on me.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Holden could pick up a fucking basketball.
I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I think you got a crush on Holden. He always finds a way into these shows.
No, the thing is, here's what's really weird about him. And whenever I get on his show, he'll ask me, he asked me the weirdest questions. Like, I know I talk about some weird shit, but Factsman, let me ask you a question. At 57, is your dick still rigid? Where does this come from? Like, he asked really fucking weird questions.
But don't you realize that he's asking it to try to get a rile out of you, and every time he gets a rile out of you?
I mean, I fucking wrote the book that kid is reading. Stop. I mean, you got to know that. I mean, I amuse him. I humor him. That's all. What's that shirt? Crush. What are you promoting, orange soda? The fuck is that?
You have eyes.
Crush responsibility.
No, crush responsibly. Instead of gamble responsibly, it's crush responsibly.
Really? Wow. I can't believe I'm missing out on all this haberdashery.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. But this is
clothing, haberdashery. The fuck? You don't know anything. I'm a Factsman with us.
Can I ask you a question? What's in that tin can behind you? Is that contraband in that little red Santa tin can?
Cash, credit cards, more credit cards, and of course, gotta have the rubber bands to wrap the cash.
I mean, how many rubber bands do you need? I saw 200 of them in the last video. What do you have? Just rubber bands everywhere?
I got fucking cash everywhere, motherfucker. I mean, the fuck. I'm not gonna use a wallet like these pikers. People pull out wallets. You go to a fucking restaurant. Guy takes out his wallet and pulls out his fucking American Express black card. I'm like, wow, I'm real impressed. Well, you don't got black? No, I got fucking cash.
Well, let me ask you something. What's your thoughts on a money clip?
I don't do money clips. First of all, never trust anybody with a money clip or someone that wears a pinky ring. 9 chances out of 10, they're either working with the feds or they're scumbags.
Well,
money clips, pinky rings.
True. I happen to walk around with a money clip.
Well, it's a really bad look, and don't do it in front of me.
So I'm and I know I'm not a Fed, so I'm just a complete douchebag.
100% true. I will not deny this. Okay, Richie, Fast used to rock the fanny pack to Vegas full of hundreds. I'm a fanny pack guy. I am a fanny pack guy. You know why? Because I don't like to carry shit. So if I'm gonna have some cash, I don't need fucking money popping out of my pockets or my shoe. I do fanny packs. The nice ones, throw the fucking cash in there, Any thoughts on the college total tonight? Well, it already started, but no, I bet SMU. WT, I bet SMU. I mean, that's what I did. I see Holland at the Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. I bust his balls because I can. I actually like him. I think he's pretty talented. I mean, I hope he's not watching. But then again, what else would he be doing? He's got the fucking hand cream next to the fucking bed in the fucking Scott towels.
What's your thoughts on our friend Aaron Judge?
I think it's good. I think he seems like a legitimate guy. I
think you're with me, right? 2 greatest players ever: Barry Bonds, A-Rod.
Yes. No. When you say ever, I mean obviously.
You're gonna say Babe Ruth, who played with rehab patients?
Well, no. What I'm saying is, why do you think Joe DiMaggio's record will never be broken? I mean, what he's done. I mean, he went a fucking year striking out only 4 times. I mean, Joe DiMaggio was unfucking believable. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, that's like I say, that was towards the end of my dad's career. He watched Mickey Mantle and he said, "Look, Mickey Mantle was great. Bad knees fucked him up. A little bit overrated. He struck out a lot, but great ball player." But Joe DiMaggio, even like guys like Ted Williams. I mean, look, how about guys like? Could you imagine if Tony Gwynn was playing today with the fucking shift? That guy would hit 500. I mean,
because he was lefty, right? He was that good at going to the opposite field.
The best hitters I've ever seen that I've seen. Well, again, I never saw like obviously Mickey Mantle and them guys, but the best ones that I've seen were George Brett, Wade Boggs. Could hit it anywhere, but Tony Gwynn was just so unbelievable. He could hit it anywhere he wanted to. Yeah, he's the best hitter I've seen. I mean, he was what do you call it? He was tough. He was definitely tough. What did I miss? I gave you the poker story. We got on SMU. So, guys, I would really like to apologize for this fucking eulogy today of a fucking show, but I will promise you this: Factsman Friday, we will. Lost the credit. Gwynn was a lefty, right? Yeah, he was a lefty. Carew, absolutely. Karate Carew was very, very good. The Factsman Friday.
Sorry to let you down there, Richie.
Yeah. Factsman Friday, we were gonna do. I already have my teaser that I knew it on Wednesday. I like my teaser. I have a Pepto Bismol upset special that will fucking that will shock you, but I think it'll win. So yeah, we're gonna talk a lot of sports on Friday. We're gonna go into some Friday football, Saturday NFL. It's an unusually big selection for me this weekend. Oh, I'm supposed to tell people how to watch the show. Holding got on my balls today, or yesterday. So what am I supposed to say? For everybody that wants to see the show, go to at Run Pure Sports, at Run Pure Bets, or Run Pure Bets YouTube.
I think he meant you posting the link when you do your shows, but I post them for you, so you're good.
I'll post them in my thing. I don't know how to post a link, and I don't even know what the link is.
Exactly.
But I'm saying, like, I would like to do. I would like to be able to fucking, to do the right thing.
I post it for you. You're good.
No, I know I'm good, but I'm just saying. I would like to do the thing. But a legitimate, serious question for you. Why do you continually want to come on this show? I'm curious to know. I am, like, because like I would think that you would say you seem to get very I don't want to, like, not nervous, but kind of like what's next? Or no, we're going there. We're going. Oh boy, like you seem nervous. If I were you, I wouldn't even watch my videos because you never know what the fuck I'm going to say.
Do I give off a sense of nervousness?
I don't know if it's nervousness.
Do I seem like, what do you think my heart rate is right now?
I think it's okay, but it seems like I see some of these comments. People like, "Man, JJ's going to sweat this one," or "JJ looks like he's fucking, he's, waiting for something bad to happen." But like, I don't want you to think that way. I don't even want you on the show, but I don't mind that you're on. It's okay, But like,
lucky for me. I think it's a nice change of pace because you get on here and you just start, slinging dick with these random stories and bullshit stories and obviously pissing on me. I think it's good for me to come on, defend myself a bit, punch up. You know what I mean? Get my shots in, and then we can actually talk sports on this show for a change.
No. The difference is they watch this show because we don't have to talk sports for an hour and 40 minutes like some other fucking shows you do. You have to understand something. I get it. It's called Run Pure Sports or Run whatever. I get that. But sometimes you got to show versatility, something you've never learned as a child. You mix it up. This is a bar. We're sitting there talking about, hey, talk about darts, talk about broads, having a good time. You can't just sit there and, what do you call it? You just can't sit there.
What happened to your chains? You used to wear chains like I do. What happened to your chains?
I gave them up.
But like one day, like cold turkey, you just woke up and said, "I'm not wearing chains anymore."
I will not wear any jewelry. I have it. I have my Mr. T starter kit already in all my safe. I do not wear fucking. I don't know. I just decided, why would I do that? I mean, there's probably motherfuckers that want to rob me to begin with. Why would I be walking around with a fucking expensive watch and bracelets and necklaces? I don't need that stuff. Plus, I'm claustrophobic. And like 50 pounds ago, I felt like the fucking necklaces I was like swallowing them. They were like chokers. No, I don't know.
So we've been on for 45 minutes. I think you've gotten out everything you've needed to say today.
Yeah, well, our guys, remember, Factsman Friday, 5:00. That's when we'll have our show. We'll talk and we won't have these interruptions, and it'll be okay. And I'm not saying this isn't bad. This is kind of like when you're eating bad foods all week, right? Then that one day a week you have to have a salad. JJ's the fucking salad, okay? He's the salad, okay? Monday we're back to pasta, or Friday we're back to fucking yodels and fucking ho-hos and all the fucking bad foods. But this is the okay, let's have a little salad, easy on the dressing.
What do you got going on this weekend? You got a busy weekend ahead of you?
I think I don't. Sharon's coming home from Europe tomorrow, so I'll probably spend some time with her. I don't think I'm doing anything. I think nothing at all.
Wow.
Yeah, I try to balance my schedule.
You're like the least busiest busy guy ever.
I slept 5 straight hours today from 11 to 4, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, more than that. I slept from 11 to 4, which I thought was awesome. So, yeah, I got to really.
You have the sleeping schedule of a 6-month-old.
Here's my schedule. Go to bed at like 8:30 or 9, get up around 11, try to go back to sleep at 1, then up at 2, come down at 2, go to work, go back to sleep at 6 in the morning, get an hour and a half sleep before my daughter gets up, get her ready with breakfast and school, take her to school, get some more work done, maybe sleep from 11 till 2 or 3, or do a lot of times I have errands to do. I mean, little fucking elves don't go pick up my groceries and stuff. I actually have to shop. So, I have a pretty tough life. I do a lot of.
I have a pretty tough life.
No, I do. I got a lot of. I spend a lot of time working on the computers and doing stuff. It's not very easy. I know you think it is. You make fun of me like, I don't do anything, but I do. I like to shop. I like to go have lunches, with friends. I like to, sometimes in the middle of the night play a couple hours of poker. Do that. But it's just to kind of keep things going. All right. Anybody have anything they want to say? They want to talk about on Wednesday? I'll tell you, it's Wednesday. On Friday. How many people are watching the show? I have watched 100 different copies on TV podcast. Jay's one of the best. No bullshit. Okay.
Appreciate you, Bruce.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce. Not like he's getting paid much money for doing it, but it's called working smart, not working hard. He does neither. But all right, I appreciate anybody saying nice things about my son. Shows that I was a good father. So it's props to me. And as my son would say, it's always about you. Well, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Wait, are we supposed to say hit the button if you like the show? How many people are watching? I guarantee it's lower than 100 and something to watch last week.
74.
All right, look at that. You make the announcement. Bugging down 26%. I will bet my balls. You're not here Friday. There'll be over 100 people live watching this show.
Maybe. Maybe I got.
No, not maybe. Fucking definitely. It's just the way it is. All right. Look, I don't have time for this. Fucking Family Feud starts in 10 minutes, and I got.
I knew you'd be a Family Feud. I honestly wasn't sure. The fact that you said it is great because you have the look of a Family Feud guy, and that's a male somewhere between the age of 50 and 70 going through a major midlife crisis. These are the types of individuals that watch Family Feud. Most of them have drinking problems. I don't think you have that, but no. I do think you fit the mold of a midlife crisis.
Your sister likes the show. I know all the answers, and together it's father-daughter bonding time. So why would I turn that down when it's completely unnecessary? It's fucking unnecessary. I don't love the show, but she likes it. Last night we rented. We always try to watch shows that we watched as younger. Vanna White, Scotty. I got a copy of Vanna White before she got famous. She did a porno in Italy, and very few people have a copy, but I have the copy. It was called Vanna Mangiana the Banana. Vanna eats the banana. Fucking unbelievable. And trust me, Vanna is legit. She is legit. And that fucking banana will disappear in seconds. So if you're a Vanna White fan, maybe I'm get a copy and send you one, but it's bootleg. I don't want to take no chances in getting fucking pinched. Send that out. But I've watched it, and trust me, I fucked Vanna White like 60 times watching that. When I was not married. Anyway, on that note, all right, 48 minutes with you is too much. All right, hey, everybody gamble responsible. Make sure they fucking feed the homeless. Watch CNN. Yeah, do your shit.
First of all, you were the one that went big into Fox News on this.
I didn't. That's what I watched. I told you. What do you want me to lie to you and say something else?
You're like it's the only fair network. I find that funny.
It's very fair.
Anywho, thanks guys as always for watching. Obviously he'll be back Friday with another Factsman Friday show. I should be, believe it or not, I should be on a prop show with Holden on Friday.
Wow, joints off the nut. Who's gonna miss that one? So let me get this straight. You're saying if me and 3 other people show up to watch that show, you'll actually reach 40 views?
we might. Who knows? Who knows? Sky is the limit. Wow. But yes, already recorded. Jesus. Already recorded the Print Factory just a few moments ago. So obviously, if you rump your member, you can check that out with Big T and JSU. But until then, folks, gamble responsibly, stay safe, and as always, run pure. See you guys.
Wait, I gotta write down Natty's picks here because he's in. Wait a minute.